All right, guys. Question number 3 is simple, but there is need for a lot of space for us to solve question number 3. So I would have actually solved this on a piece of paper and then send you the answer, right? But then it's a bit because it's a bit wide in terms of solving it for you to see everything, right? But we're going to make an attempt to see if I can do this for you, right? Now, right, what you have is 2 root 3 minus root 2 all over root 3 plus 2 root 2. Now the denominator is root 3 plus 2 root 2. So what you're going to do is, for you to solve this question, all right, what you're going to do is to take the conjugate of root 3 plus 2 root 2. Let me show you. Conjugate of, let me show you, hold on, right there. Okay, now, the conjugate of root 3, okay, plus, was it 2 root 2 that is there? The conjugate of root 3 plus 2 root 2, you're very good. 2 root 2. Okay, the conjugate of this, okay, the conjugate of this is root 3 minus 2 root 2. That's the conjugate. Exactly. This is the conjugate of root 3 plus 2 root 2. So what I'm going to do is to take this conjugate to multiply up and down, okay, in terms of what fraction. So what I'm going to have is something like this. The A part, the A on top over the B, all right, times C over C. You know, the negative part of C over C. You understand what I'm doing, right? So the conjugate, which is this part, all right, will be the C for us now. It will multiply up and down for us. The fraction is, the numerator is that the denominator will be there. But the conjugate will be what? This one, all right, which you're going to use to what? To multiply up and down. Exactly. You use to multiply the up and the down for you so they can get the understanding of that, right? So what I'm going to do is, because of space, what I will do is I'm going to use up everything up here, right, to multiply everything down here. This is the down part, okay? So the conjugate is the C, right? So I'm going to use the upper part to multiply the conjugate. Is it clear? And then show you what our answer is going to be like. Is that clear? So follow me. Let me quickly arrange it first. Okay, now guys, okay, like I said, you have to be patient with me, right? You have to manage the space we have. Now, okay, like I told you, the numerator is what? 2 root 3 minus root 2. That's the numerator, okay? That's the numerator, which is this. 2 root 3 minus root 2, that's the numerator, times the conjugate, which I have given to you here right now. The conjugate was root 3 minus 2 root 2. So I'm going to use that to multiply this, all right? The conjugate is root 3 minus 2 root 2, exactly. So what I'm going to use what is to use this one to multiply this, use to multiply this, and then use this one to multiply this, and use to multiply, kind of like opening brackets, exactly. I'm going to be like opening brackets. Exactly. I'm opening the bracket of the two items so that we can be able to get the answer we're looking for. Is it clear to you? So what I'm going to do is 2 root 3 times root 3. 2 root 3 times root 3 will give us root 3 times root 3. Root 3 times root 3 is what? Root 9. Is it clear? That is 9. Root 9. So root 9 is 3. So that 3 times 2 going to give us what? 6. So got 6 there. Is that clear? Now root 3 times 2 root 2. That is 2 times 2 is 4. Then root 3 times root 3 is root 3 times root 2 is root 6. So I'm going to get what? 4 root 6 minus 4 root 6 is what I'm going to get. Is it clear? So I use this to multiply to get this. I use this to multiply this to get this. Now this will go now. Root 2 times root 6. Sorry, root 2 times root 3 in negative form going to give us what? Minus 4 roots minus minus. Okay, that's going to be give us. Sorry about that. Root 2 times root 3 will give us root 6. Okay, this will be root 6 here. All right, are you following? Then finally, root 2 times 2 root 2 negative. Minus and minus is what? Plus. So I'm going to get plus, right? First of all, get the plus, the sign first. And then root 2 times root 2 going to give us root 4. Square root of 4 is 2. And that's going to give us times 2. So that will be 2 times 2 give us what? 4 here, obviously. All right, so I'm going to get 6 minus 4 root 6 minus root 6 plus 4. So let's clear this quickly. Now minus root 4 minus 4 root 6 minus root 6. Okay, going to give us this is going to give us automatically this invisible one that is there, right? That's going to give us minus 5 root 6. 6 plus 4 is 10. So I'm going to get 10 minus 5 root 6. Is it clear? So the whole of this answer is what? 6 plus 4 is 10. Then I have what? Minus 5 root 6 as my answer here. That is the upper part, okay? I've done the upper part. So what I'm going to do now is to go back and solve this on the under. The under is right. Root 3 plus 2 root 2. Multiplying what the conjugate is root 3 minus 2 root 2. Is it clear? Make sure you are following. Like I told you, the board is small, so I have to manage it, okay? Hold on. All right, now don't forget the numerator is what? 10 minus 5 root 6. Is that clear? So let's go solve the denominator. Now the denominator is this part, okay, which is root 3 plus 2 root 2 times the conjugate, which is what? Root 3 minus 2 root 2. Now again, this is what difference of 2 squared. The difference is what? The plus and minus. If you look at them, right? root 3 is there, root 3 is there, 2 root 2 is there, 2 root 2 is there. So the difference is what? Plus and minus. Is it clear to you? All right, so follow me closely. Applying the difference of two squares again, we can solve this. All right, by doing that, we're going to get what? Root 3 times root 3 going to give us this. Hold on, that's going to give us root 3 squared minus 2 root 2 squared. Okay, I think I have to manage the board. All right, take it easy. Just follow me. What I'm going to get is because the difference of 2 squared going to give us what? Root 3 all raised to the power of 2, that is squared, minus, and of course you have 2 root 2, all right, all squared again. Is it clear? Very good. So I have root 3 squared. Root 3 times root 3 is what? Root 9. Of course, root 9 is what? 3. Okay, so obviously I'm going to get 3 there. And here, root 2 times root 2 is 4. Square root of 4 is 2. Okay, 2 times 2 raised to the power 2 again is 4. 4 times that 2 you got, going to give us what? 8. So I'm going to get what? They are going to give us 3 minus 8, obviously. We're going to get 3 minus 8 under here. Is that clear? So I have here now 3 minus 8. And of course, 3 minus 8 is what? Minus 5. Negative 5 is here. Alright, so what I'm going to do now, this is now the denominator right now. Okay, this is the denominator right now. Okay, so let's call it denominator, right? So what I'm going to do now is numerator. Okay, this numerator now over the denominator, which is this. Is it clear? So obviously, we will have what? 10 minus 5 root 6 all over negative 5. Is it clear? 10 minus 5 root 6 is the numerator over the denominator, which is what? Negative 5. So what we're going to do is this. 5 cancel 10. Negative is going with it. So we're going to give us what? Negative 2. Is that clear? Now here, negative cancel negative, going to give us plus, right? And then 5 cancel 5, going to give you 1, right? And then if you left it, what? Root 6. Okay, so if this is what we got now, this is the final result of this. Okay, so we're going to now compare this with the letters given to us. The letter they gave us was m plus n root 6. M plus n root n root 6 that gave us, right? Okay, that what they give to us. Like, let's look at it. Look at the question here. Let me quickly look at that. Okay, look at what they gave to us here. Let's go and take a look at the question. All right, very good. Now, if you look at question number 3. Okay, this is question number 3. They said equal to what? M plus n root 6. M plus n root 6. So on that note, if you compare it with what we got here right now, let me show you. Please be patient with me, right? If you compare it with this one, all right? If you compare with this, you have what? M plus n root 6. Obviously, it's not true. So your m is what? Is under what? 2. So give us m equals to 2, while n is equals to what? Invisible 1. Invisible 1, right? So go to have this. M. Go to have so I have m equals to what? Negative 2, right? While n is equals to what? 1. So that's my answer. Is it clear? M is negative 2, while n is what? 1. So the answer is what? This. Okay, what is the right option? Let's follow that. If you look at that, the right option should be what? Question number 3, the right option is option B is the right answer. Your m will be 2, while n is what? Is 1. Is it clear to you guys? So this is how to solve question of this nature. Now please, if you don't understand, like I used to say, repeat the video again and again and again and again until you get full understanding about this. All right, so I'm going to come back and I'll give you an assignment for you to take home for the weekend. Is that clear? God bless you. Follow me closely.